How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Monarchias here, and I'm very, very, very excited to be finally giving you guys my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. I know I've been talking about doing this profile since that box opening I did of Shining Victories, but I finally got all the cards I needed. We got the deck here. We got Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes White Dragon has just been my favorite card for the longest time now. I mean, I remember being a preschooler, and if anybody had Blue Eyes White Dragon, like, Blue Eyes White Dragon was just made you the coolest kid on the playground. Like, you were always that guy that had Blue Eyes White Dragon. But anyways, enough of that. We're here for the deck profile, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So first, obviously, you play 3 of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's the whole, let me make sure I'm centering these. The whole, like, you know, purpose of the deck right here. The card is just a card. I mean, the Blue Eyes Dragon itself is a 3,000 beater, but a lot of the times it's going into the grave and you're reviving it with revival cards. And it's really good. And then we have his homie right here, the Alternative Dragon. This card is just unbelievably good. I mean, you reveal a Blue Eyes, and the cool part about Alternative is you don't have to discard the Blue Eyes. You reveal it, special summon Alternative, and you still have the Blue Eyes in hand. So if you have like the White Spirit on the field, you can still use his effect to tag him out pretty much. And it lets you keep a lot of plays in, you know, it doesn't ruin your plays. Like a lot of cards, the combos disrupt other combos. This one, not so much. I don't know if that made any sense, but in my head it made perfect sense. We played, oh my gosh, we played Dragon Spirit of White, 2 of them. This card is really good. You want to play 2, in my opinion. I know a lot of people just play 1. I like to play 2 because I like to send, you know, the first one to the grave and then have the second one to special off of Spirit. So a lot of times I'll Ravine or you know, a Dragon Shrine this one away, and this one will come off of the egg. It's really good. I mean, a lot of times you need both just because they have a lot of back row, and then those revival cards just become MSTs while being revival cards, so it's really good. I play 1 Arc Brave just because this thing, especially off of like Dark Matter and off of a lot of cards, this card can really surprise your opponent. Like, what I've noticed is not a lot of Blue Eyes players are actually playing the Felgrand Dragons. Like this one especially, like I don't play the Divine Felgrand Dragon anymore. I used to, but I wish I could play 2 of this guy, but I can only find room for 1. But this card just like straight up during your opponent's standby phase, boom, I mean, you know, pop a back row or just get a 3,000 beater on the field. And I feel like that what I've noticed, a lot of people are actually not playing this card, and they really should, especially if you revive him. He's just like a Harpy's Feather Duster. It's even better. 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card is pretty good. It lets you search Veiler, which is cool. It lets you really set up a board and then just be able to protect it really good. But it has a really good discard effect to let you special summon a Blue Eyes. So Sage, definitely a good card. Over here we have White Stone of Ancients. This card is, you know, nobody likes this card. Only Blue Eyes players like this card. I mean, the fact that it gets sent to the graveyard, it's not once per turn, so you can get like 3 dragons on the field. Pretty ridiculous. And then it has a recycle effect. You banish him, add a Blue Eyes from your graveyard to your hand. Makes your trade-in, your dead trade-ins more active, and you know, really good. We got the White Stone of Legend here. A lot of people have been talking about not playing this card. I can't tell you how many times I'll have an alternative in my hand or a dead trade-in of some kind, and I need to get a level 8 or Blue Eyes in general to my hand, and this card comes in clutch. So I would never say cut this card. This card's really good. It has a lot of, you know, good synergy and whatnot. We played the 1 Veiler because it is searchable with Sage, and it's Veiler. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you. Here's a good card right here, Galaxy Soldiers. We played 3 of them. Now, what this card does is obviously it lets you get infinity plays, so you know you can get Cyber Dragon Infinity onto the field, which is just good by itself, but it also lets you unclog your hand. So let's say you just have like a bunch of Blue Eyes, you know, or a bunch of light monsters in your hand that you really just cannot use. You can, a lot of times, okay, I'm going all over the place, but you'll have cards in your hand that are light monsters that you can't do anything with in your hand, but they have good effects in the graveyard, but you have no way of getting them to the graveyard. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So this really helps out with that. You discard it to special summon it, and then you search another one, and then you special summon it by discarding. And it's like, let's say you have a stone in your hand that in your hand had really no effect. You can get a dragon effect to have Cyber and Dragon Infinity and a Blue Eyes on the field during the end phase, which is really good. So it helps unclog your hand, and obviously it lets you get infinity plays. And plus, I don't want to, like, you know, get roasted, but I'm pretty sure Coral Dragon's a level 6. So if you're playing this, and I don't have Coral Dragon yet, but I literally thought about this literally right now. But you know, level 5, you just, you know, White Stone, make Coral Dragon, and then specials during the end phase. So that's another cool play you can do with Galaxy Soldier. So it really provides you with a lot of versatility. I'm so sorry for the torture I just put you through trying to explain all of that. But we played 2 Max Cs. We're not in the spells yet, but I actually only play 2 trade-in, and I don't play any cards of consonants because I'm playing the 2 Max Cs. And I found that the draw cards, you know, the draw cards are supposed to make you not brick. They're supposed to get you the cards you need to your hand. But I find a lot of the time the draw cards are what make me brick. Like, I'll have a trade-in and no level 8, or I'll have a cards of consonants and no Dragon Tuner. It's just, I find that way too often. So I play the 2 Max C. I know a lot of people play 2 or 3 no matter what, but Max C is really good because, yeah, it lets you draw, but it also slows down your opponent. You know, it really makes them wonder, do I want to let him draw all these cards or not? So Max C is really good for draw and, like, slowing down your opponent. One glow up bulb, just because this card is just way too good not to play. If you can special summon this card off of one for one, you special summon it, sync, and then you can like literally special it again and sync again. It's like using the same tuner twice in one turn is just way broken. It's just a really good card to play. I really highly suggest that if you're playing this Blue Eyes build that you play this, because you can even Spirit Dragon and then tribute it off for, like, you know, Michael, banish a card or whatever, and then special your Glow Up Bulb back and then make Crystal Wing, which is just really, really good. So that's it for the monster cards. Let's go ahead and scoop all of these on up right here. And then we'll go into the spells. For the spells, we play 3. The Melody of Awakened Dragon. The card is just really good. It gets you alternative and Blue Eyes right to your hand, which, I mean, I really don't have to explain to you guys why that's really good, right? We play 3 Return of the Dragon Lord or Gospel Revival, whatever you want to call it. It's the nuts, man. It's just ridiculous. You literally just, special summon a Blue Eyes, send it to the grave, and if you want to, you know, pop it for whatever reason, you just banish and protect it. It's unreal how good this card is. Play 2 Dragon Shrine just because a lot of people that I've been talking to that are playing Blue Eyes are really either not playing this, or if they are playing it, they really don't want to play it anymore just because they feel like they don't get that much use out of it. I really do like this card because I do play cards like Archgrave, and I just feel like this card really helps set up my graveyard. And you know, if you have a bad hand, you can kind of, if you draw Dragon Shrine, you can still get a monster on board with the Ancient Stone. So I wouldn't cut Dragon Shrine. I might cut it down to 1 if anything, but I wouldn't not play it at all. It's just, in my opinion, until somebody finds a better card to replace this, it's just a good card in my opinion. Play 2 Dragon's Ravine and then the 1 Terraforming. I know a lot of people have told me that I should play 2 Dragon's Ravine and 2 Terraform because that's how important Dragon's Ravine is. But I really just, the amount of thinning you do with this deck, I never find problems getting to my Dragon Ravines. And, you know, the Terraforming just adds that extra, you know, extra Dragon's Ravine pretty much. But I've never found a problem with this setup right here getting to my Dragon's Ravine because you do thin a lot with your dragon shrines and a lot of, you know, sending cards to the graveyard type stuff. So I never really find problems getting to this. Like I said earlier, I only play 2 trade-ins just because I find like playing 3 trade-ins, I just always clogged my hands. I always had trade-in and I never had a level 8, and you know, I know a lot of, it's really easy to get a level 8 to your hand, but I just feel like every time I do have this card, I just don't have the target for it and I don't have a way of getting it, which is really annoying, and I feel like that happens way more often than it should. For the 1-up spells, play the 1 Silver Scry. Playing more is cool, but like again, it can get cloggy. The 1-for-1, 2 broken, and not only does it let you get your Glow Up Bulb, but it lets you get pretty much any of your other tuners, which is great. Foolish Burial, just to set up your grave even more. The Broken Soul Charge, you use this card, you win the game. Like, that's just, everybody should know that by now. And then the 1 Vanity's Emptiness, establish a board and make sure that they cannot play Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, Vanity's Emptiness is a very, very good card to play. For the extra deck, we'll go ahead and get that back in order. Play the 1 Cyber Dragon Nova, literally just for this guy right here, the Cyber Dragon Infinity. Playing Infinity, especially if you can set up Infinity and then find a way to set up a board around it and then have protection, it's a win. This is a win right here. Like, this card is just way too good. I played the 1 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This is just to set up for Dark Matter. The full armor, just to pop before you go into your full armor. It's always great to be able to pop a card, then go into your Dark Matter Dragon. That's just a really good that's just really good. I mean, this card sets up your graveyard. You resolve this card a lot of the times, you're way ahead in the game, and you're probably gonna win. One I'll say, just because this card in the right situation is really, really good. You can, you know, so a lot of times you call Soul Charge, you'll be like, oh, it's not Soul Charge, send it to the grave, and then because a card was sent to the graveyard, you can detach and then shuffle a card back to the deck, which is always great. 38, obvious why you would play 38. Twin Burst Dragon, I'm literally, after I discovered like fucking 20 seconds ago about Coral Dragon and Galaxy Soldier, this card is going to be Coral Dragon. But yeah, I play this card right now because every once in a while when you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field, this card can come in clutch, but a lot of times you're really not going to use it too much. The one Moonlight Dragon, this card is really, really good. You like to get this off of your Spirit Dragon, so like they'll try and go for a play while you have Spirit Dragon, you're just like, no thank you, tag them out, summon Moonlight, bounce, and then it's like, well, thank you for ruining my play, you asshole. But then we play the one Michael. This is once again a Spirit Dragon thing. You summon it, banish something, Synchro for Crystal Wing a lot of the time. Start a Spark Dragon for protection, easy to make off of Spirit and whatnot. Then the one Crystal Wing broken card, really easy to make. One Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, just for your Spirit and your protection and whatnot. And then the 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons. This card's really good, especially if you're playing like Pendulums or cards that really depend on that one graveyard kind of thing, you know what I mean? So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile done. I finally did it. I can't believe it, but hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope this did help you guys when you're building this deck, or if you have, you know, ideas that you're thinking about for this deck. If you guys have suggestions, or you're saying why the fuck are you playing that, please make sure to leave a comment. Don't be a dick, because I'm gonna be a dick back. I've never been that type of person to cater to you fuckers. But anyways, if you guys did like the deck, make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe, all of that good stuff. Any suggestions, go down in the comment section. This has been your boy Monarch Caius, and wherever you guys are at in the world, I do hope you guys have a good day or night, and peace, guys.